Good morning and welcome to JoyNews Interactive with me, Mapita CBD. We're live, coming to you live from digital address GA0992539 Kokomemle Accra. You can also send us your WhatsApp messages, but on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. On Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, we are JoyNews on TV. Keep your comments and tweets coming. We're also going to open the phone lines, so stand by with your telephones. We'll be asking you on various things. Today is World Read a Book Day. We'll be asking you, what was the last time you read a book and what was it? But let's go to some politics, where General Secretary of the Opposition National Democratic Congress, Johnson Esedin-Ketia, has defended the fresh emergence of vigilante groups within the party. He said the emergence of groups like Hawks is an appropriate and natural response to the failure of President Akufo-Addo to rein in his party's vigilante groups.
I endorse it fully as a proper response for the incalcitrance of the ruling government and their refusal to do anything about the vigilantes on the MPP side. You realize that for 2 years now, we have all been complaining about the rising incidence of vigilantism in this country. The president promises that something will be done and nothing gets done. Some of us have been affected by vigilante attack, and yet nobody had been held responsible as we speak to you now. And they are now in charge of the security services, and they still maintain party vigilantes terrorizing people left, right, and center, and all the security services are quiet. Even when you take steps to report, they don't take any action. So are you saying that we on the NDC side, because we are good citizens, we should keep quiet for MPP to control the army, to control the police, and to control everybody?
But that's not the way to go, General.
Please. So I, as a General Secretary, think that the appropriate response that will force the government and force civil society, force religious leaders, force traditional leaders to all let us come around one table to think about vigilantism, is for people to take steps to defend themselves by also forming their vigilantes. I am in support of that response. And indeed, even though the party hasn't, as a group, sat somewhere to form vigilantes, but I think that it is an appropriate natural response. Let me tell you, my brother, and through you to every Ghanaian, that the first law of nature is self-preservation. And the way to go into this negotiation is for everybody to build strength, because if you draw your bayonet and I draw mine, we sit down to negotiate. You understand? So we must all try to negotiate. Nobody wants to negotiate from the position of weakness, as if we will continue folding our arms and begging government to take action to disband vigilantes, which they are not doing. And so we carry this type of thing into elections and hope to win. We will not. So we will endorse any emerging vigilante group within NDC if that is the way to make sure that we are all protected.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Well, who is in charge of the nation? We have voted a president into power, and the seeds of disruption are being shown, and we told them we want them 2 years. They have been
We'll take you to Facebook on that matter, but let's take a quick breather. When we come back, we'll be opening the phone line. Stay tuned. You're still watching JoyNews Interactive with me, Mapita CB. Now let's take your Facebook comments on Esedin-Ketia's endorsement on various vigilante groups. But let's go to Amonting James, who says, wow, look, why do we give such people the privilege to even speech, unproductive and unfruitful speech like this on our media landscape? Okay, all right, let's all be constructive and not destructive, for we have only one Ghana. And at Nana Kwesi says, the hawks, they're animals. Dragons, they're animals. And lions, animals. Hey, are they planning animalism? This one goes to William, who says, This is how they behave in opposition. They will promise these unemployed guys to fight for them to be employed under their government when they come to power, but after voting for them, they will call their relatives abroad to come for position and tell those guys to go work at Zoomline and plant trees for 250 Ghana cedis a month. Funny, the youth should be wise now. These people don't have anything for you. Nana Entry says, you see, black people, they only think about power so they can feed their stomach and family, but not ordinary Ghanaians. Oh, Mother Ghana is sick. At Kofi Afom says, useless talk. Where's your children? They are in Canada studying there, and you're using innocent people to achieve this. Jacob says, these guys double tongue all the time. And Nanabwa Justice says, let your family members join them. And Nana Osei says, these NDC people have nothing good in them. At Watson says, the balance of power. And Jadoni Gideon says, it's a nice move. And Ramsey says, the only general in Ghana has spoken. And Opong Albert says, a certain kids here, make us shy being human. All right, let's go to Wale. Wale, on the phone lines, we've got Mubarak Muhammad. Good morning, Mubarak.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm fine, thank you.
I think President Kete endorsing vigilant groups in NDC is very good because you see, after MPP emerges in power, these MPP vigilant groups attack a whole lot of people in the country, and yet nothing happens. And it is indirectly telling NDC that they should also prepare for themselves. If these MPP vigilant groups attack government officials and nothing happens, and NDC is in opposition, what if the MPP vigilant group attack the NDC? What do NDC have to do? So I think this NDC vigilant group must embrace themselves to only defend themselves.
All right, thank you so much, Mubarak Muhammad. Now, let's move on to other issues. Okay, on the line, we've got Abdul Fatwa. Good morning, Abdul. Abdul, good morning.
Hello, good morning, madam.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and you too?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah. First of all, it's I think we get. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes. It's a call in the right direction. I think we get more grease to his elbows. What he's saying is really true because what we are now experiencing, what we are experiencing in this country is now, I mean, very, very, very pathetic. The vigilante group, especially the MPP, Invisible Forces and the Delta Forces, they unleashed untold hardship to Ghanaians. Innocent Ghanaians were, and the government pretend not to listen to or not to hear the outcry of the ordinary Ghanaians. What we're saying is that NDC should come out with those particular vigilante groups so that we might them to come 2020. We're not going to sit down and let them unleash untold hardship to ordinary Ghanaians. So what we are saying is that our NDC leaders should put them in order so that we might them put to put. Nobody fear MPP because the government it seems not to be listening to Ghanaians. Because look at what they done to Tamati here, the CEO. We're not happy about what that, and then we go and attack what is it, the school freedom program, and nobody seems to be listening.
All right, so thank you so much, Abdul. Now let's go to Bolga with Barnabas on the line. Good morning, Barnabas.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
I'm fine, thank you.
I don't actually endorse what I said the Kete endorsement of the vigilante group, but I endorse his statement that if all the political parties rise up to put up vigilante groups, then people will realize that vigilantism in the country is not good, and then they will do things to do away with them. Then, so I think his comments, he himself knows that putting up vigilante groups is not the best way to go. But others are having, and they are not having. So he is just saying that if NDC also put up a vigilante group to equalize what NPP has done, maybe the Christian Council and then other people will come and say, okay, if that's the case, let's dismantle all vigilante groups in the country.
All right.
So I think.
So you think? All right. Thank you so much, Barnabas. Now, moving on, General Overseer of the Royal House Chapel International, Reverend Sam Crunchy Ankara, has been pointing out how people can identify fake pastors. Let's listen to him.
I've been listening to radio and TV, so I can give you a few descriptions of some of the things that they say and do. Number one, the rich amongst them, these false prophets, they normally like to bleach their faces. They bleach. So why are they bleaching? It shows the fakeness in them. They are revealing a color with which God did not give birth to them. They were born black, but now they are white. Deception.
So you can join the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're JoyNews on TV. So I need you to complete the sentence for me. A fake pastor is someone who?
Someone who?
Who has bleached. But the Bible says, by their fruits you shall know them. Because I don't know why a pastor will bleach in the first place. They are arrogant too, because if you're a pastor, you have to generate love for people. You can't love people and be arrogant at the same time. You have to show some kind of compassion to people.
For me to be able to determine that this pastor is a really fake pastor, then it's because of his doing. What he usually do.
How can a pastor be singing those Satawali and stuff and then be dancing and stuff? You see, so Charlie, all these things, you can see that this pastor is not a real pastor.
They normally show off, for example, in terms of miracle and other stuffs, they claim they are the one who did it instead of giving all the thanks to God. So I think faith pastor is someone who claim everything for himself.
Someone that who always take money before you can see him or her. Because if you are real, there's no way you are going to bleach yourself or you are going to be arrogant. So I would describe a fake pastor as someone who is not real.
Who preaches falsehoods. Sometimes, depending on the way he preaches, you will be able to detect that maybe he's a fake pastor. Some fake pastors to bleach, because as a religious person, you don't have to bleach or change your color. That's what we've seen these days, because for someone to change your color, it means you are not correct.
Let's go to Facebook, where you complete the sentence. A fake pastor is someone who, and our first comment is from Abdullah, who says a fake pastor is someone who does Jerichos with hot colors for church decoration, huge sofa, and sits on it and commands people like God, and wears weird suits. At Kwame Janfi says false prophets are those who share stolen money with politicians. He should have included that. And James says a fake pastor is someone who has a nickname and many bodyguards. A fake pastor is someone who, this one is from Kojo, who says the thing is, there are no prophets anyway, let alone to be false. If there is, they should tell us who will win the Champions League. Simple. And Kwesi Ajay Jan says, I just don't want to judge anybody, whether fake or not. Before his great throne on Judgment Day, we shall all know who's real and who's fake. And then Andy CS says, a fake pastor is a pastor who gives out lotto numbers and make people carry a bag of cement. He also doesn't preach about salvation, but money, money, money. The last comment I'm going to take is from Eric Teta, who says, you mean the bleached face ones? By their deeds, we shall know them. Why? Let's stay with pastors, where Reverend Eastwood Anaba of the Eastwood Anaba Ministry says, some of the things need money and not prayer.
The things, or some of the things, don't need prayer. You need money to solve it. When I sit in my house, when I sit in my office, every Sunday after church, if I see 50 people, only 3 of them need prayer. The rest of the 47, it will be better you put your hand in your pocket than to lift up your hand.
The phone lines are still open on 0302-211-691 or 0302-211-692. But we're going to take a quick breather. We'll be back with more. Today's Read a Book Day, but it's not compulsory to read a whole book. But the day serves as inspiration to people to read a section of a book they particularly enjoy to read with children or to donate a book to school children. Now today I'm asking you, what is your favorite book, or when was the last time you read? The phone lines are still open. They'll be popping up on your screens right now. But let's move on to our video of the day. So on Tuesday, we brought you this video of the day. So we posted that video on our Facebook page and we got some really interesting comments. So some people were saying the only reason the video is trending is because the guy fell, and Africans enjoy highlighting the worst in each other. So I did some searching and I found the rest of the video. Check it out. Now, the lesson we can all learn from this is that no matter how many times you fall, you always get up. Like the old saying goes, fall down 7 times and get up 8. Okay, now let's see. This is hashtag Read a Book Day. A tweet from @Roland says, if you're going to get anywhere in life, you have to read a book. Remember, you can join the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're JoyNews on TV. The phone lines are still open at 0302-211-691, 0302-211-692. Let's see if we have any callers on that. But as I said, hashtag Read a Book Day. If you're going to get anywhere in life, you have to read a lot of books. Remember, readers are leaders and leaders are readers. My favorite book, I'd have to say, is The Alchemist. A very interesting book. You should read it. And this one is from Al Jazeera, and it says, the book fair and the cluster of efforts by young Somali people to reclaim the story of their country are unexpected and welcome not of green in the desert of conflict. And that's why it's also very important to say your own story and tell your own story. This one is from Philip, who says, we had Eat a Book a Day. We have Pummel Book Day. We've had Steal a Book Day, Throw a Book Day, Spread Jam all over a book day, and even Inhale a Book Day. But now it's finally here. the one we've been waiting for. It's Read a Book Day. And then a quote from Dr. Seuss says, the more you read, the more things you will know. The more you learn, the more places you will go. Now let's go to Takoradi with Boga Ali Hashmin. Good morning, Boga.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well.
I'm good. So we'd like to take your contributions. So what's your favorite book? Have you been reading books? When last did you read a book?
Yeah, I do read a book, and my favorite book, I may be biased this time around. I love reading the Quran more than any other book.
Which is okay. Which is good. All right, it seems like we lost Boga Ali Hashmin there, but let's go to Ezekiel. Good morning, Ezekiel.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, by God's grace.
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, I want to talk about the pastors. How to identify fake pastors. What I want to say is that actually, by their fruit, you shall know them. If you are monitoring a pastor or you are taking a pastor as your man of God, whatever he preaches, you have to practice it. And also, you don't just rely on what the pastor is telling you. You have the Bible too, because finally you are going to be responsible to God. On the judgment day, you are going to stand before God and account to God based on how you live your life. So ultimately, how you live your life is how God is going to judge you. So if you let your pastor to deceive you, finally, though the pastor also account to God, and you also be accountable personally to God yourself. So it's good that we read the Bible ourselves and not let others throw dust into our eyes. So.
All right, thank you so much, Ezekiel. Before we go to Kumasi, I've got a tweet here, and this is from @Carol JH, who says, never too young to start reading a good book. # Read a Book Day. But let's go back to the phone lines, and we've got Patrick Ade. Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
I'm fine, thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, I would like to comment on the fake pastor. You know, what we should know is that we should read the Bible for ourselves and understand, and allow the Holy Spirit to interpret for us, speak to us. So when you allow people to read the Bible and interpret for us, they won't pray in their own way. But we sit down, read the Bible, learn by the Holy Spirit to interpret to us so that we know the fake ones and the good ones. And also allow to comment on the master, the one who just fell. You know, I take a very clear about it that no matter how much you fall, you must rise out again. And we should use that to encourage ourselves. No matter what, no matter temptation we go through, no matter difficult we go, we must rise again. And we can do it. And we can do it with a determined mind and spirit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Patrick. Like Patrick said, we must rise and rise again. And we're going to take our video of the day. Kennedy Ajapong there dancing to some fine tunes. It's about time where we wrap up the show. JoyNews Interactive with me, Peter CBD. Remember, the conversation continues on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We are JoyNews on TV.